Hi everyone. I'm back after a 2 week break. Good to see everybody. Jane, Anne, Sarah, Jaggy, Grant, Patricia, Anne, PJ, Rachel, Charlie. Thank you, Tiggy, Angela. Thanks everyone for joining us today. Leslie, Maggie, I'm sure there are a lot of people out there, and maybe a lot of you are seeing me for the first time. A lot of you already know me. My name is Shruti. I'm from India, and I'm your host. I'm here to support you guys in case you run into any kind of technical difficulties. And we're going to get started very soon. But before we do that, let's just have a quick review, a quick recap about what you guys can do if you guys have any kind of technical issues with the lesson. So here's what you can do. You can always get in touch with me, but you can try and see if things improve at your end. Try refreshing the web page. It could be because of a bad internet connection. You guys can use the backup link that we have sent you in the email, which you've received before starting this class. Or you guys can reach out to me at hello@learnbridgeonline.com, or you can also use the chat widget on our website learnbridgeonline.com. So I'll be monitoring that, and I'll help you guys with anything that you run into. But for any bridge related questions, let's leave that out with Jack. So let's invite Jack and let's get started. PJ, it's like it's around 40-45 degrees Celsius in India. It's like we are in the midst of a heat wave here. It's very hot. Hi Jack,
Morning, Shruti. You all right?
how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Yes, yes, we haven't seen you for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I was away in the rainforests of Borneo.
Oh, lovely. What a sounds like an amazing holiday.
Yeah, we saw orangutans in the wild and lot of other biodiversity as well. And I visited like a 130 million year old forest, so that was amazing.
Wow. Well, nice to have you back. So all's well here. Yes, we're about to do some no Trump rebids this morning. Um, we've had a lot of rain last week, but it's not raining at the moment, which is good.
Okay, yeah, but I think you mentioned that there is an overcast today.
Yeah, it's overcast here. Well, actually, the sun's just creeping through as I look out the window. So yes, it's okay. It's okay. And the recording is active, I see.
Yeah. Before I
Okay.
forget, that's the most important
Yeah,
thing.
yes, I must always check that actually, but just in case, there we go. But yes, welcome to all those watching in replay. And otherwise, Shruti, I think I better get on.
All right, I'll get out of your hair and I'll see you at the end of the lesson
Yes,
then.
I'll be there.
All right. Bye bye.
Thank you, Shruti, for the introduction. And yes, welcome to this morning's lesson. Let's get going. So, we get open and rebids, no trumps today. Strong balanced hands. Well, 15 to 19 points in a balanced hand. You open one of your suit, preferably the 4-card major before the 4-card minor, and then you rebid no trumps. Choose what level to rebid no trumps. Ooh, spot the typo, depending on your point count. Because you can do all sorts of things. If you open one heart and North bids one spade, you could just rebid one no trump at the lowest level, or you could jump to 2 no trumps, or you could jump to 3 no trumps. All three of those show different point counts. So we're going to look at that in just a minute. Firstly, the one no trump rebid is 15-16. Very precise. And this gives partner an accurate picture of your point count. And there's a lovely picture. Looks a bit like, ooh, is it a Turner? Do you think? Similar to Fighting Temeraire or the Fighting Temeraire? Or is it a Constable? I think it's more like a Turner, isn't it? It is a nice pick. Yes. Nice pick to cheer us up. Right, let's move on. So here's first question of the morning. And again, a warm welcome if you're watching in replay. Many of you do. You've opened a heart. The major suit comes before the minor if you've got equal length. I mean, if you had 5 clubs and 4 hearts, you always open a club. length before strength, but with equal major and minor, sorry, with majors and minors open the major. So what's your rebid here, do you think? Relatively easy one to start off. It's one no trump, isn't it? Yeah, shows 15 or 16 points and a balanced hand. Don't make the mistake of bidding 2 clubs, no, without showing an unbalanced hand. Some people have a problem at this stage and they say, Jack, what do? I just say, well, is it a balanced hand you've got? Balanced hands in bridge, I think, are relatively easy to bid. Let's go straight on to hand 1 on BBA. Yes, what do you open on the south hand? You've got 15 points. I'm just going to get my tea whilst you're doing that. It's just waiting for me. Yes, well done. Did any of you fall into the trap? I don't think so. You all open the major suit first. That's great. Regardless of the strength in the suit, it's irrelevant. What does North bid with their 10 points? A few different answers. Some of you bid in 2 clubs. No, always better to bid the major suit first. And it keeps the bidding lower. Yeah. So definite 1 spade. There are 2 reasons. A, it's the major suit, and B, it keeps the bidding lower. And South's rebid. What have they got? 15 points. Openers rebid. I'm glad I mentioned that for North, because a few of you bid 2 clubs. Of course, we don't need to hang around with this too much. 1 no trump here is precisely 15-16. And over to North. Yeah, if South had... No, Jane. Good question from Jane. Jane's saying if North had 5 clubs and 4 spades. I still bid 1 spade, Jane. Good question from you. Yeah. Never bypass a 4-card major at the 1 level. Always try and show that 4-card spade suit at the 1 level. And a simple amount of adding up the points, 15 and 10 is 25. And should we have an opening lead? From West, what do we lead as West? Remember, it's no trumps, so it's 4th highest of longest and strongest. To lead the Jack of Diamonds, you need the Jack of Diamonds against a trump contract, but to lead it against no trumps, you need to have 3 honours in a row, or headed by an honour like Jack 10-9 or King Queen Jack. So well done if you chose the 3 of diamonds here. Yeah. 4th highest of longest and strongest, and avoiding hearts because South opened 1 heart. Okay, so the unbid suit. Good. Well, I'm not going to rush just yet. I'm going to count certain tricks. Are you doing the same? How many certain tricks have we got? Rosemary, I won't really answer your question now because it will confuse the rest of the class. But yes, some experienced partnerships use the method you're talking about, and that's fine. It's not something I teach, but experienced partnership can use the method you were talking about. And that is the kind of modern style for experienced partnerships. For improvers, intermediates, I recommend just doing what we're doing here. Yes, we've got 5 certain ones. Let's get playing. Third player, play high. And which card specifically are we going to play at trick 2? Having won the Ace of Diamonds. Well, if I said go for extras first, would you like to change your answer, everyone? So you've only got 5 certain tricks. I'm going to give you a get out of jail free. Look here, I just haven't used it for a little while. I was away last week. If I said go for extras first, that's not clubs. Clubs are certain tricks. Which suit has the extras in? On a good day, there'll be 3 of them. Yes. I have allowed you to change your mind. I don't want you going to bridge prison too soon. But yes, let's go for the spades straight away. Good old-fashioned tortoise, not the hare. Okay? The tortoise goes for extras first. That's a very good lesson. Diamond comes back. But luckily we've got a second stopper in diamonds, the queen. So now we can play the 8 of spades. And which card next? Of course, you can all see that was partner's suit. No, partner didn't bid a suit here, Magic. But the 5 of spades you can all see as a winner. Now we can go for gold. We can turn into we've been a tortoise so far, but spades were 3-3, which was lovely. We can now turn our attention to clubs. Here we go. Rattle off the club winners. Notice East throwing their jack of hearts. That's no good to them. Yeah, but you needed a bit of luck, Phil. 36%. Might as well rise with a king, just in case West had the ace. They win the ace of hearts and take their 2 diamond winners. Yes, but that was good technique, going for the spades first. Some of you went for the certain tricks first, which was the clubs. That would be being a hare. No, you want to be a tortoise. My impression of a tortoise. So very good. 3 no trumps just made there. Let's move back to the classroom. Okay. If opener bids 1 of a suit and responder bids 2 of a different suit, i.e. 1 spade by me, 2 clubs by partner, then the no trump rebid is still 15-16. So what's your rebid here? Having opened a spade with your 16 points. Partner's gone 2 hearts. That does show 10 or more points, by the way. New suit at the 2 level. What's the rebid here? Some of you, of course, this lesson will be a valuable refresher. Oh, Phil and Chris, the double act. Yeah. So we can't rebid 1 no trump here. It'd be, it's illegal. We're not allowed to. So 2 no trump here is still 15-16. So basically what I'm saying is, well, we'll look at the slide in a second. And notice that's a balanced hand, 5-3-3-2. Be a big mistake to bid 2 spades here. To sum up, whenever opener rebids no trumps at the lowest level, she's promising 15-16. Okay, so that's really useful to remember that. Openers rebid at the lowest levels 15-16. Okay, you might be asking yourselves, what do I do with 17 or 18 points? Balanced hand. Well, the answer is jump. And there's me jumping this morning on my morning run. Morning walk, actually. No, 3 no trumps in the last example test would show 17 to 19. It would show a stronger hand. But we'll come on to that. No, we've tightened things up, Joe, now. It's no longer 15 to 19. No, we've tightened things up in this lesson. Jill's got a question. Jill PM, not to be confused with Jill AM. Hello, Jill. Still been no trumps, even if one very weak suit and partners support it. Yes, you do not need to have cover in every suit at all. But good question from Jill PM. Joe thought it's sometimes 15 to 19. Not now, Joe. No, we've tightened it all up. Oh, Joe's new. That's great, Joe. Welcome to the show. Of course, Joe, everything will be in the worksheet that you can download from the website afterwards as well. 2 pages of notes on the worksheet should be very useful for you. So what do we do with this one, everyone? We've opened a heart. And we got 17 points. And do remember to try and play 2 of your hands as well to practice your card play. And then at the end, press the next button and it takes you through the hand the way I recommend. So 1 no trump. I quite often do my bids for elimination. 1 no trump would be 15-16 here. So with 17-18, you jump. You see how precise the bidding now is. That's why the bidding no trumps and getting to game should be quite straightforward. The word should be. Let's play hand 2 on BBO now. Here we go, one I prepared earlier. 7, 10, 18 points. It's a 1 club opener. North, what do they bid with their 8 points? What's their North now known as responder? Yes, 1 diamond. Well done, everyone. Don't make the mistake of bidding 1 no trump here. Bid the longest suit at the lowest level. Well done. South would do what with 18? Morning. So say good morning to a few people. Beetle, Christine, Rachel, Stewart, Phil B, NPLI, Joe's new, Phil and Chris, Anna, JG, Patricia, PJ, Maz, Maggie, Errol. They're all bidding 2 no trumps. Good. This is 17-18. And North does what with their 8 points? Yeah, they just add up the points, assuming the minimum 17 and 8 is 25. I'm sure you're all going to need the 3 of spades here, 4th highest of the unbid suit. Counting certain tricks, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 diamonds, ace of clubs, ace, king of hearts, ace of spades. It's clear where the extras are going, isn't it? So we'll get on with that in a second. Just for the moment, we need to decide whether to play from dummy. So never play too quickly at trick 1. It's such an important expression because many declarers rush in and they get it wrong. Do you think it's second player play low with the 4, or would you play the jack of spades here? Not always second player play low. It is a guideline. Well, it's interesting. What are you doing in replay? Because in the live chat box, almost all of them, apart from one or two, are putting up the jack of spades there. They're going against the grain. Well, I'm afraid most of you got it wrong. Yeah, because you've got the 10, the reason you've got the 10 is the reason you're playing the 4, because you're going to get a second stopper in the suit. Okay? I'll show you. But if you make the mistake of playing the jack, if I had ace XX, by the way, I would play the jack of spades, hoping West had the king queen and the jack would win the trick. But if you make the mistake of playing the jack, it's covered by the king, and now you've only got one stopper in the suit. If East gets the lead again, a spades comes through the 10-5, you lose to the queen 9. You've only got one stopper. Okay, the 10's no good to you anymore. But look what happens if you go with the second player play low here. This 10 in our own hand is a crucial card. If I had a low card, I would put up the jack of spades. But it is right there to draw the king, you see. And do we cover? Well, here's the second question here. It's quite difficult, that then. Previously, most improvers got that one wrong, so don't feel sad or bad. Do we win with the ace of spades, though, or do we duck it? That's our next conundrum. Would you win the ace of spades, or would you duck it by playing the 5? Well, if you duck it, again, you only make one trick in the suit. So here, you must take it with the ace. Because now, you know, the opponents can take the... We're not going to do this, but just to show you, the opponents take the queen to clobber the jack. You've got the 10 as a stopper, you see. Make 2 tricks in the suit. Quite difficult, that. But well, very well done. If you got both of those answers right. I think only 1 or 2 of you did. There we go. So winning with the ace of spades. King of diamonds. Higher card from the shorter holding. Small diamond to the ace. Noting that the diamonds have divided 4 and 1. What do we do next, do you think? We're on dummy with the ace of diamonds. One thing we mustn't do is play another diamond from the dummy. Yes, you're quite right. Get back to hand. Easiest with a heart. Well done to get back to hand. Coming back with the ace of clubs would leave us a bit vulnerable in clubs, by the way. And now, of course, what do we do from dummy? Yeah, we can now finesse. 10 or the 9 there. What's called a marked finesse, one we know is going to work. Good, now we catch the queen of diamonds. Up can go. 9 of diamonds. Yeah, you could easily play you could have played a diamond to the ace or queen. That would have worked equally well. Back to the king. So yes, the beginning of diamonds, everyone. You could easily have played a diamond to the ace or the queen, and one back to the king would have worked. Now, what should we do? Let's pretend that we're playing duplicate. Well, let's not even play duplicate. We need 2 more tricks. What do we play from the dummy? We still need 2 more tricks. That's right, we've got 2 more tricks. Let's say we're playing duplicate. Let's go back to that, and where over tricks are important, because many of you will play duplicate bridge now, either online or at your bridge club. And over tricks are vital. So we've got 9 tricks here. You know, we've got the king of hearts and the ace of clubs. how can we sensibly try for an over trick with no risk? If you're watching in replay, which one would you play from the dummy? Well, there's no risk at all of losing a spade to the queen because we've got stoppers in hearts and clubs. Okay, so they play a spade back. We win with the 10. Cash the ace of clubs. Cash the king of hearts. And we're going to get a well-earned over trick, which would be a good result at your online duplicate or face-to-face duplicate. There we go, 430. Actually, 630 because we're vulnerable, 500 for the vulnerable game. But well done. We managed to deal with the 4-1 diamond split. And we managed to make an over trick. Good. What more can I say? But quite interesting that huge difference the 10 of spades made in our own hand as to what card we played from dummy, and whether we ducked it or not. If we didn't have the 10 of spades, if we had ace and 2 little spades, both plays would be different. A, it would be right to play the jack of spades from dummy, in case West had the king queen. And B, when the jack of spades lost to the king, it would be right to duck it twice, if we didn't have the 10 of spades. Yeah, it's an interesting hand, that one, Des. Don't think it's available in replay there. Right, let's move on to the classroom. Okay, what's our rebid here? We've opened a spade with 18 points. Partner's gone 2 hearts. What next for us now with 18? Just whilst the answers are coming in, I did have an email last week about etiquette on BBO. Now, one thing you're not allowed to do is use the chat box to tell partner about your bids, whether they're transfers or statement. No, even in a friendly game of LBO players, that's something that is illegal. And certainly if you're playing in a competition, you'd be had up for it. So because tantamount, you might as well just show, if you're talking about your cards in the chat box, you might as well just show everyone your cards. So what you do, if you want to alert a bid, you do that yourself through the message box or the alert box. Only use the chat box on BBO for literally saying hello, well done partner, blah, blah, blah. It should be nothing about the bridge. Otherwise, you're giving unauthorized information to your partner. So just a useful tip. I know many of you play on BBO in the LBO groups. If you've got any queries about the etiquette, you should probably address them to Shauna, who's in charge of the WhatsApp group. But yeah, I just thought I'd mention that whilst you're here. Also for those in replay as well who are using BBO. So just use the alert box. You alert your own bids. Use the chat box, not for conveying information about transfers or anything. After the hand though, Rachel, is fine. You can talk about it after the hand's finished, but not during the hand. Because otherwise, it's not fair on the opponents, you see. But fine to talk about it after the hand. Yeah, yes. Once the hand is finished, then use the chat box to talk about the hand. And agree the conventions before starting is fine, Matcha. Yes. Yeah, just agree the conventions you start before playing. Basically, you'll be playing the basic conventions, Stamen, transfers, Blackwood for those who've learnt those. Yes, I think it's different if there's 4 of you who are playing as friends together, Tiggy. If you're all learning, that would be different. But yes, Tiggy knows a thing or two. But just so you know the rules, because if you're playing with other people, you do need to know how it works. Otherwise, they'll get upset, some of them. Okay. When you play face-to-face bridge, Charlie, it's different. The person opposite announces. So if I open a week 2, if you're playing face-to-face, I must never say anything about it. You, as my partner, announce to the table week 2 or week. Okay, it's the person opposite. Just like if I opened 1 no trump, if you're my partner, you say 12 to 14 to the table if you're playing face-to-face. Okay. Anyway, so we've had a bit of etiquette. Well done for jumping to 3 no trumps here. Shows 17 to 19 here. It bunches up a bit because you've only got 2 rebids here. You've got a choice of 2 no trump, which is 15, 16, or jump to 3 no trumps, which is 17 to 19. So it does bunch up a bit. Let's play hand 3 on BBO. But my view, just coming back to that, so even if 4 of you are learning, you should just use the alert box to begin with. Good practice. Okay, now, 1 spade, 17 points. North, easily good enough for 2 clubs. Yep, shows 10 or more points, a new suit at the 2 level. Or it could be root of 14. They might have 9 points and a 5-card club suit, adding up to 14. If they fail root of 14, respond 1 no trump dustbin. And what's South's rebid with 17? Yes, Maggie, agree the conventions before starting is fine. That's the way that people play. Yeah, not halfway through the hand. You can't turn conventions on and off like a tap. No, you either play Stamen or you don't. Some of you may not have learned Stamen yet. You either play transfers or you don't. You either play Blackwood or you don't. So 2 no trump here is 15, 16. Hi, David G, Carrie, Christine, Tiggy, Rachel, you're all bidding 3 no trumps to show 17 to 19. Okay, 4th highest lead. I don't need to ask you the question. I'm just counting certain tricks. 5, 6. It's fairly evident where the extras are coming from. Is there any gold dust there? And clearly they've attacked our weak suit hearts. Interesting. Which one does 3rd player play now? The king or the 10 of hearts? Let's put that question out there. If you're watching in replay, would you play as 3rd player? Would you play the king of hearts or the 10? Remember, you can't see South's hand. King or 10? Well, it's 3rd player play high, and when there's little cards in dummy, it would always be right here to play the highest card, the king. If you made the mistake of playing the 10 of hearts, Declarer might have won cheaply with the jack. You know, they might have just had, that might be the only card Declarer had, Jack XX or something. You're getting a really cheap trick away. So that's why it's important to rise with the king here, because Declarer might have Jack XX or something, or Queen XX. Yeah. 3rd player play high. And I would always play the highest card I had if there's little ones in dummy. Now, here's a dilemma for Declarer. Would you win the ace of hearts here? Or would you duck it? Ducking means play a low one, by the way. Let the opponents win is what ducking is. Would it be right to win the ace of hearts, or would you prefer to duck it? Angela, good question. Oh, Tiggy wants to see the duck. Hang on. So here's the clue, everyone. There, Tiggy. Yes, you like the duck. What's the duck called, by the way? Just remind the viewers what our pet duck is. My pet duck is called. It's the LBO duck, really. Oh, it's flying at the moment. No, it's a walking duck. Well, it is called Lucy, but it's got a special LBO name. Lucy is its name. That's what the shop called it. But what do we call it? Has got wellies on, yes. Needs them around here, I tell you. Quite cool, isn't it? Made by the Duck Company, if ever you want one. DC UK, it's called. There you go. You might want to get one yourself. The Duck Company. DC UK. It's called Slam Duck, actually. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the clue. Some of you haven't done ducking aces yet in no trumps, probably. But we can come on to that lesson in a few weeks' time. But yeah, basically in these situations, in no trumps, on the opening lead, it's always best to duck the ace. For reasons you'll see shortly. Don't duck an ace in trump contracts, though. That carries a serious health and safety warning. You'll find out, PJ, why. PJ's asking why. Of course you are, PJ, yes. The answer will become, hopefully, obvious in a few minutes' time. Oh, sorry, Angela, no, in no trumps, you need to have top of 3 honours, Queen, Jack, 10. You'd lead the Queen of Hearts against, 2 spades or 3 clubs, a suit contract, a trump contract, but no trumps, Angela, you need a sequence of 3 honours. Queen, Jack, 10, or King, Queen, Jack. Good question from Angela. Sorry, I got distracted by the ducks. Which card should East return now, do you think? The 10 or the 2? Do you think watching replay? Well, it's technically right to return the top of a remaining doubleton. Yeah, helps getting blockage. And do we duck again? I know for some of you who may have been playing bridge for 6 months, the ducking you might find it difficult to begin with. But it's a technique you'll get used to. There you go. It's an animated caption. My slam duck. Yeah, I would say really, if you're going to duck once, duck twice. And what's ducking twice known as? Phil still hasn't got used to it. Phil, don't worry. We might just overtake that, actually, in case partner only started with 2. Quack, quack, correct? In bridge terminology, ducking twice is quack, quack. Okay, very good. So we've ducked the ace of hearts. What card do we play next, do you think, from Declarer? Because you're playing this hand after all. I'm just the puppet with the mouse. There's the mouse. But... yeah, clearly we need to go for the gold dust, which is clubs 9 or the 3. Doesn't actually matter. No, would have made a difference what heart West no, we've still got the ace of hearts. We've always got a stopper in hearts, Sam. Yeah, this is interesting. Would East take their ace of clubs now? Let's look at ducking from an opponent when there's a long suit in dummy. Exactly. Lisa's asking a question. Would East duck now? Would you take your ace of clubs as East, or would you duck it? And again, I would only ever duck in no trumps. I really wouldn't duck in trump contracts at all. But in no trumps, it's good technique. It severs the communication. Good play. Duck again, quack, quack. Take it on the 3rd round. I'm going to keep a diamond here because diamonds might be 3-3. Now, let's just pause for a minute. Why? You see what we've done by ducking the ace of hearts? We have severed, there's an animated caption, the communication between the defenders, East and West. So East would love to return. West is sitting on 2 winning hearts, the 4 and the 8. However, because you cleverly ducked, East is exhausted of hearts. For those who haven't done the ducking lesson yet, we'll do it in more detail in a few weeks, month or two's time maybe. But you severed the communication. If you'd have taken the ace of hearts first time round, you'd still lose to the ace of clubs, and the heart would come back, and you'd go 1 or 2 down. Okay? You don't really need to understand why you duck. You just should do it when you've got an ace at the beginning of a hand in no trumps. Only at the beginning of a hand. Don't start ducking aces the whole time and going crazy. Right, so they have to come back a spade. We can't risk the finesse. So we play the ace. Don't want to let West in. You know, if we'd have played a jack of spades there, they've lost to the queen. They cash 2 winning hearts for 2 down. Over to dummy with the ace of diamonds. 7 of clubs. Does best to discard a spade. And they're all winners now, aren't they? Actually. Diamond to the king. Queen of diamonds. If you don't understand ducking aces in no trumps just yet, don't worry. I've only just talked about it briefly. As I said, it's a proper lesson later on. Yes, Lisa. Lisa's got a good question. Is ducking only ever in no trumps? Answer yes. And both declarer and defenders can duck. But be careful, Lisa. Defenders would only duck if there's a long, strong suited dummy like that, king, queen, jack. Don't start ducking kings. Yeah, basically, if it's just a king on its own, take it with the ace. It's only when there's a long, strong suited dummy. Imagine West didn't have a chance to win with the queen of spades. I played the ace. Yeah, I don't teach the rule of 7 anymore, Des, but it's available online. So yes, ducking will be a new strategy for some of you, but just be careful. You don't often duck as defenders. Good, so we made our 10 tricks, so 3 no trumps plus 1. Did I play the jack of spades? I'm pretty sure I played the ace or the king, but I certainly meant to play the ace or the king. I can't go back. Yeah, interesting hand, that one. Is it available to play? No, not that one. Oh, yes, I did play the ace. We didn't need the jack of spades there. We have so many tricks. Yeah. No, I didn't need the jack of spades. Yeah. No, it was played the right way. Point count is the same if overcaller bids, Lisa. Yeah. Right, let's move on to the back. Move back to the classroom. What do you do with 19 points? Answer, jump to 3 no trumps. And there's someone jumping, look. So, you've opened 1 heart, the major before the minor, with equal length. Partner's come back a spade. What's your best bid here with 19? Point count's generally the same if overcaller bids, but if they've taken away your rebid, Lisa, then you would pass. But that's a different lesson, really. So with 19 precisely, everyone, yeah, we jump to 3 no trumps. Makes sense, doesn't it? We know North has got 6 points. We've got 19, that's 25. Lisa, I don't want to get bogged down in that question, really. I think, can you, you need to look at the lesson called Coping with Intervention. It's in the replay library. Otherwise, we're going to get bogged down with that. It's available on the Intermediates replay library. I think the Improver library as well, actually. Yeah, I think we've done Coping with Intervention on this class. It's called Coping with Intervention. We did it in the 6th of March on the Intermediates. Phil's got a question. If overcaller, would you need a stopper? 100%, Phil. Yeah, if someone makes an overcall, you need a stopper in their suit, everyone. Good question from Phil. So, for example, if East overcalled 2 clubs here, South to bid no trumps would need a stopper in clubs. You don't need a stopper in the other suits, just if overcaller bids one. 100% you would always need a stopper. Let's go to BBO. It's hand 4, actually. We've done 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice hand, 19 points. No way strong enough to bid 1 diamond. North bids a heart, 6+ points. South's rebid, everyone, with 19. Next week, by the way, just before I forget, we're doing the 2 club opener. Always good to do the 2 club opener. This doesn't come up very often. Some of you haven't done it before. Some of you have. Be good to do the 2 club opener because it's a very rare, quite a rare bid. Right, so 1 no trump here is 15-16. 2 no trump is 17-18. Jump to 3 no trumps is 19 precisely. Good. 4th highest lead. 7 certain tricks. Where are the extras coming from there, do you think? Hearts or clubs? That's the dilemma here. Well, just for the moment, we win with the king. Right. So what card should we play at trick 2, everyone? Those watching live or those watching in replay? Which card would you play next from Declarer's hand as South? Basically, you must go for the extras. So you're going to go for extras in hearts or extras in clubs. Well, the hearts are actually a lot stronger, aren't they? Because you've got the ace king and the jack 10. So unblock the hearts. The hearts are much stronger. You've got 7 hearts and 7 clubs, but the hearts are much stronger with the ace and the king and the jack and the 10. And you have got the entries to dummy to be able to sort out the hearts. So well done if you went for hearts first. Here, entries to dummy. There's 2 of them in diamonds. Now what do we do? Which card do we play next from the dummy? Yes, we need to force out the Queen of Hearts. Don't make the mistake of playing the 6. These clubs are useless. They can't return diamonds. They play dummy's weaker suit, which is a club. We can rise with the ace of clubs, over to dummy with the entry, the ace of diamonds. And look, we can enjoy these hearts, can't we? Length winners. Better throw these diamonds now. Spade can go. Jack of spades to the ace. And that's our 9 tricks. Yeah, well done if you went for hearts first. Following a lose to win there with the hearts as well. We lost to the queen of hearts, but then we gained another trick or two. We're not going to make any more. Just play off the opponents. Take the last 4 tricks. Last 3 tricks, yeah. So there we go. I made it look fairly easy. But I think it was the importance there of the Jack 10 of hearts. Well done if you spotted that, to force out the queen. So as long as diamond hearts divided 3-3 or 4-2, you're always going to make 4 tricks in hearts. Clubs were, clubs were a lot. You needed a lot more in clubs to make 4 tricks. Specifically, King, Queen, X with East, which is very unlikely. But yeah, the Jack 10 of hearts was crucial there. Okay, let's look at how you might bid as responder. It's gone a heart, you've responded a spade with your 8 points. Partners jump to 2 no trumps. What next for you as South? All situations are different, Sarah. Well, North is showing 17-18. So that's only as a defender though, Beetle. Yeah, only if you're on lead, Beetle. If you've got ace, king, doubleton, you start with the king, then play the ace. Yeah, but only as a defender when you're on lead. Yeah, 3 no trumps. Well done. Here are some examples. Both these hands here would rebid 2 no trumps, by the way. Example 1 and example 2. Both show 15-16. The second one, we can't bid 1 no trump, you see. We have to bid 2 no trumps. If you remember just 3 things, we will have one more bonus hand there. Openers rebid of 1 no trump shows 15-16. Jump with 17-18 to 2 no trumps. Jump to 3 no trumps with 19. We've got a bonus hand up here for you. Yes, we have. No, just 4 card suits, Emma. If opener or responder. No, just 4 diamonds. If I open a heart, you bid 2 diamonds. Of the minor suit, it's just 4 cards. Right. 1 heart by North. Major first. 1 spade. Sure you're all going to rebid 1 no trumps. I'll just do it for you. 15-16. What next for South with 10 points? Oh, bye, Ellie. See you next week for 2 club openers. What's South's best bid now with 6 spades and 10 points? Morning, Fred and Joe. Oh, we're playing a weak no trump, Joe. 12 to 14 points. Yeah, playing Ackle. I teach Ackle on this channel, which is what most of the UK play, and Ireland. But a 1 no trump, Joe's 12 to 14. Well, some of you bidding 3 no trumps, but do we not have a fit in spades? We know that North is balanced. They must have at least 2 or 3 spades. So we need to go for game in spades. And we've got enough points for games. You know, partner's got 15 and we've got 10. Yeah, straight to 4 spades there. Well done if you did that one first time round. 2 spades would just be a weak hand and North would pass, by the way. I'd bid 2 spades with 6 or 7 points. or 8. Yeah. So 2 spades would be a very weak hand and North should pass. So we need to jump to 4 spades here. Opening lead. Let's just practice that for a second. What's the opening lead? To 4 spades. Look for a top of sequence. Hi, Gisela. Anna, Carrie, Jane, Bernice, you're all leading the 10 of diamonds. Yeah, Des, well done. Never play too quickly at trick 1. Is this a hand to draw trumps? Or not? Where do you think we should win the diamond there? With the queen of diamonds in hand or with the ace on the table? Do we want to be on the table, dummy, or in our hand? Good. Right, actually we want to be on the table. Oh, bye Patricia. Thanks for joining us. What are we going to do next from dummy, do you think? Yes, I think we can draw around the trumps. Over to dummy with the ace of clubs. Right. What next, do you think? I wouldn't want to risk the finesse there. What next from dummy? Give you a choice. You can either play the 6 of spades or the queen of clubs. So I think, what do you think? If you're watching replay, would you continue with drawing trumps or would you try and do something with the clubs? Hi, Sandy. Yeah, I think we should do something with the clubs. Better, yes, to try and set up a club trick. Now, what we're doing here is called a roughing finesse, actually. It's not a loser on loser as such, but it's called a roughing finesse. So we now rough it. If East had played a low club, we discard a heart look, a loser. Okay, it's called a roughing finesse. More information online of roughing finesses. They're quite useful. And if, East had the king of clubs, that's fine. They win it, but we've set up a trick for the jack of clubs as well. It is a type of loser on loser, Lisa, yes, but called a roughing finesse. As it happens, though, they cover with the king. We rough it. Over to dummy with our diamond. Cash the jack of clubs. And look, you see a losing heart goes away, which is great. Back on with the trumps. I mean, they might play the ace of spades there. We still make our queen. Very important when you're drawing trumps here to draw them from the dummy. If at any point you've drawn trumps from your hand, you'd lose 2 trump tricks. Effectively, what we've done here by playing trumps twice from the dummy is we've finessed East's ace of spades. And they only make 1 trick. King of hearts. Let's say they continue with a diamond. Say they play a club, but we rough it. Queen of diamonds is a winner. Queen of hearts is a winner. And we give up the last trick to the ace of spades. I think that is available in replay, that one, actually, yes. Yes, you can have a go Try and make 11 tricks on that one if you can. Good one to finish on, wasn't it? That would be the top score, your duplicate, 4 spades plus 1. Maz was interrupted by window cleaners. Yes, that would be distracting. I can see that. So, yeah, we've finished on a high. Useful, that one. There'll be a new one for you, some of you. The roughing finesse there. Much better than playing 7 of clubs to the queen. That's only 50-50. But the roughing finesse was better. Was 50-50 as well, but you can discard a loser, you see, if East doesn't cover the king. Right. Well, let's go back to the classroom. Only really to say goodbye. We've remembered those 3 things about the no trump rebids. You can play 2 of those hands on replay, where you access the lesson replay on the website. And that's the end of the show. 12:01 UK time. We're doing 2 clubs next week. For those who are more experienced, by the way, come along to the intermediate lesson at 9:30 on Monday. We're doing common shapes, which is a lesson I don't think you've done. But otherwise, everyone, it's 11 o'clock next week. Yeah, it's our new time for improvers. Well, the same time for improvers. We're no longer doing beginners at 9:30 on a Wednesday. Hi, Shruti.
Hello, how was the class today, Jack?
Yes, they were very well behaved, I think.
Yeah, a lot of them really loved it.
Yeah, they enjoyed it. Basically, some of them had done it before, no trump rebid. Some of them would be new to it, but it's a really useful lesson, comes up a lot. And Shruti, how's your bridge learning coming?
It was on hold because I was away, so I'm gonna get back to it now.
Okay, yes, I'm glad you said that. And also, I don't know, are you coming into summer now in India, or?
Yeah, we're in the peak of summer right now. It's
Yeah.
really, really hot.
Yeah, so
I would like to share a couple of photos if it's okay with everyone
yeah,
from
that's
our
fine,
trip.
Shruti. They love your photos. Last time you gave us tigers.
Yeah, this time I have orangutan and a proboscis monkey that
Oh,
I'd love for all of you to see.
yes.
So, and
No,
these
we
are
love.
all in the wild, by the way.
Right, all in the wild, everyone. We love to see your photos. There we go, look. I'm going to click on it now. Oh,
So
so that was
there's
in
a
the wild,
baby
was it?
orangutan. There's a male.
I see. I'm clicking on them now, Shruti. And there's the orangutan in the tree. He looks very happy, doesn't he? And there's, a baby gorilla. Cute. Thank you for sharing, Shruti. Have I lost you?
Sorry, I got cut off.
You're back again. No,
Yeah.
thank you for sharing. They're really sweet photos, aren't they?
Yeah, there's a baby orangutan. There's a male one, and then there's also like the one with the big nose is the proboscis monkey.
Oh, right. Yes. No, we love seeing photos on the bridge classes. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you. I am glad that all of you liked it.
Well, it sounds like an amazing holiday. Were you there for 2 weeks? In Borneo, was it?
Yes. Yeah. Almost less than 2 weeks, around 10 days, I think.
Oh, about 10 days, yeah. Wonderful. Well, Shruti, nice to see you again. We'll be here same time, same place as 11 o'clock
All
next
right.
Wednesday. So, yeah, have a great week. We'll just stay on the line just for a second, just so they can watch the photos. Hopefully those at replay will be able to see your photos as well. Yes, because we had tigers last time, didn't we?
Yeah,
We had a tiger.
that was in India. Yes.
Yes, and lions in India.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I think everyone's seen the photos now. Charlie and Beetle are typing something. We'll just give them a second or two. I'm not in a rush. I don't have another lesson till the rest of it. It's half term over here, Shruti, so I'm kind of a bit busy with the children.
Oh, the vacations are going on.
Yes, yeah, they have like a half term for a week.
Nice.
So yeah, everyone's a bit busy with their children or grandchildren. Right, Shruti. Well, I think that's it. Charlie's typing, but we're not quite getting his message through. I was probably saying thank you for the photos. As I say, Shruti, enjoy the rest of your week. What is it, Wednesday? And I'll
Yep.
be here same time. Oh, actually, I'll be in a mystery location next week.
Whoa.
Mystery, yes, I won't be here. I won't tell you where it is just yet, just to, give an air of suspense. But yeah, I'm in a different location next week.
Okay, so at the end of the lesson, we'll get a glimpse of where you are.
Yes, I'll give you a little view of where I am at the end of the lesson. I must remember to do that. Great, Shruti. Well, I'll say goodbye.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Jack, and thanks everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. And bye bye. Bye, Jack. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Bye, Jack's mum.